Previously on Pokemon Heartgold. So they tricked you into thinking this is just going to be an easy fight, and then bam, you're screwed. And now... Ruins of Alph. Visitors who are interested in archaeology are welcome. Yeah, I kind of promised we'd do this on the loop background, and now that we have Surf and Strength, we can finally explore this place to most of its fullness. That's not right. Cameron the photographer. Are you an archaeologist? I feel like spooky the music is here. Mysterious, and also it's like Twilight right now, so ooh, good stuff. Okay, so what you'll find in this place are these little buildings here. This is not a door? What do you mean this is not a door? This looks like a door. Aha. Depth perception. Now that's an example of a hallway more than a door. What we're actually looking for is a way into these buildings here. Well, that really was anticlimactic. Okay, let's just go in here. Nope, come on. Don't make me look like a fool. Hello, mysterious woman. Welcome to this chamber. We are reconstructing ancient Pokemon stone panels. You can rotate stone panel pieces by touching them for a short time. If you touch a piece inside it, you can move it around. We think you should be able to put them back where they were. So basically we have these little stone puzzles here. The Pokemon hides in the seafloor and watches the shore with eyes on his back. Spooky. I'm just gonna quit though because I want to figure out what's on the back wall first. Okay, this is a known script, I guess you could call it. Basically just says escape. So let's use an escape rope. And something mysterious happens. It's like two puzzles in one. Oranberry. Yeah, there's some good items to be found here. That's not one of them, but I do recommend doing this little side area at least at some point in your adventure. That was pretty underwhelming. Where does this hole go? Our clan entered... Wait, this says... Wait, hold on. Our clan engraved words in this place. Yeah, there we go. That makes more sense. Yeah, I'm not going to be like super interested in hunting down every mystery in this place. It's a bit of a lengthy side quest, if I'm honest. But, you know, I'll look for the important stuff and then maybe, like, you know, try to read some of these inscriptions here and there. And I better be some kind of ruin right now with a local maniac. This is a big room, but there's nothing here. He's right, there's nothing here right now. This place has a mystical quality to it, or a historic quality, or an eerie quality, or an ancient quality, or a solemn quality, or a frosty quality. In essence, it feels sort of ethereal. At least I got to the point, didn't you? Okay, I think what you can do here is you go to your Pokegear and you load up your radio card. And you want to find a hidden broadcast, not one of these like four, like, you know, preset ones. There we go. Mysterious transmission. The ruins have not been robbed nor tampered with, no graffiti either. Things are so well preserved. Something here must make people feel they should preserve it. Or maybe they feel to be stricken by some kind of deity if they do vandalize this place. This transmission doesn't... I think it does do something. I think it increases the spawn rate of certain Pokemon in here. More or less, it's just there to, you know, give you nightmares and whatnot. My goodness, you like teleporting? Did we just see you outside? This place may be mysterious, but no one is quite as mysterious as Cameron the photographer. It's a mysterious hall, please watch your step. Yeah, that's like the way out, I guess. Now, we didn't do everything we had to do in that room. Or we didn't do the puzzle. I'm going to put this on the bigger screen because it's easier to see. This is basically a little, like, I don't know what you call these. Is this just like a puzzle? I believe we're building a Kabuto fossil here, but this doesn't look like a Kabuto. Okay, I believe this one goes up here. And this one goes down here. Yes. No. Still wrong here. This is still wrong. Yes. And for that, we get to fall down a hole. You just come down from above? So you must have solved the stone panel puzzle. That is wonderful. You seem to have a talent with archaeology. I will give you the unknown report. If record is unknown as you capture them, I'm sure it'll come in handy. There's a strange presence here. Yes, after completing that puzzle, something will happen. Yes, I thought something would happen. Yes, we can now encounter the Pokemon unknown. And usually in these types of games, it's like, you know, some quest to catch all the different forms of unknown. There's one for every letter of the alphabet. But no one likes doing that. Honestly, the reward is next to nothing, so I'm probably just going to acknowledge it exists and leave it at that. And I think if you used a mysterious transmission we had a second ago, it increases the chance of encountering unknown you haven't caught yet. Which makes that sequence a little bit easier. So that's one puzzle. But this place is mysterious. And I've wondered why this place is called the Ruins of Alph. I believe it's named after the alpha Pokemon Arceus. And there is like an Arceus event that takes place here. But setting up in the modern age is kind of tedious, and honestly, it's not really much more than a glorified cutscene. There's probably a better place to see that if you're interested. Okay, let's do the second puzzle first. It seems a bit easier. This says light. So I believe it wants us to use the move Flash, which I don't have on me right now. This Pokemon knew no fear and flew as it pleased through the skies long ago. This one's a little bit more complicated. We got ourselves a corner piece. That looks about right. Anything about puzzles, you always start with the corner and the edges first. This one appears to be an Aerodactyl. Yes, that looks pretty good. Nice work. Yes, it's a nice work to myself. And that we're back down here again. Yeah, every time you do one of these puzzles, it unlocks more unknown variants down here in the ruins, which I guess also means you're going to be counting more Pokemon, so that's fun. Alright, looks like Hilari's time was short-lived because we've brought our old pal Willy back with us. Willy has Flash. Citrus berry. It's a good berry, actually. A moonstone. Good if you have like a neat arena or something. Energy root. And more heal powder. Okay, our clan created Pokemon statue outside. What the heck does that mean? And so are these clan the unknown, or are they just people who harness the power of the unknown? Like in the third movie or something? Alright, so access the last couple of rooms in the Ruins of Alph. You actually have to travel through Union Cave. Somewhere in here there should be a basement floor. I think we've done here before. Yep, that's it. Let's surf north first. I think this is a new trainer. What do you know? A visitor! Geodude versus my electric sheep. I keep doing this. Do we have anything? Nope. Martin, you got this. Oh, and it went boom. We're pretty physically bulky. You should take this. Yeah, just about. You're probably not going to go boom, so I'm going to throw up a synthesis. Again, in the cave. Ow. Damn. Okay, then. Noctowl, you want to take this one? Yeah, some of these random battles are surprisingly difficult. You're a feisty one. Should be saying that to a child in a cave. I live down here. If you like, you can always come visit. Yep, that's creepy. A strength boulder or a hiker. Let's go for the boulder first, I think. Well, we're back in the Ruins of Alph, but it's still spooky. Yes, be careful here. We don't want to actually jump that ledge. Getting back to the Union Cave is surprisingly frustrating. Frustrating, yes, that's right. Okay, I'll go down here, over here. It's a good selling fodder, if nothing else. And I do mean nothing else. He's literally just selling fodder. Okay, reflex wore off. It's fine. Okay, here we go. Now, I was always going to check the back one first. This is water. Now, what you're supposed to do here is use a water stone to fill your bag. I don't have a water stone because obtaining a water stone in Johto is actually really tedious. The only way to do it is get it from a few trainers if they call you randomly, or from the Pokeathlon Dome for 2,500 points and only on a Wednesday. So, honestly, I think I'm probably going to skip this one for now. It is an easier place to get water stones later, and like I don't really need what's behind here, so. A 10-legged Pokemon that swims on the bottom of the sea and eats plankton. That reminds me in Sun and Moon when you go to the Aether Foundation, and one of the people there mentions the Pokédex entry for Toxapex, and it talks about like a 12 legs stomping on Corso. Like, think, what the hell is this thing? Because you wouldn't have seen one by then. That doesn't look right. Okay, this is an Ammonite, or better known as Lord Helix. I mean, this kind of tap that rotate is a little bit fidgety, I gotta say. That also doesn't look right. This last piece is gonna be kind of tricky, I think. This is a mess. Yeah, I think this piece was right after all. That looks decent. There, that's the spiral, correct? There we go. Trixie one. And we return back down here for literally no reason. Okay, so I was running back to the Union Cave entrance in the bike shop called. Oh hey, this is the bike shop. I've been selling a lot of bikes lately. It's because you've been riding around on that bike of advertising for me. I was wondering how best to thank you, and I thought I'd just give you that bicycle you're riding around on. It's yours. I thought that was already the case. Thanks for that, man. Just healing my Pokemon, because the hiker was kind of tough. Alright, now we're back at the crossroads. This time it's going north. I'm gonna say running all the way back around for like that route and then Union Cave is a bit of a trek. Here's a Pokemon Center outside Union Cave, but you can't fly there. Not that, you know, we have fly yet anyway. Okay, this time we should take him out before it goes boom. Look at that Graveler. Have we seen a Graveler yet? I mean, it should go down all the same, but... I could fill up. Ugh. Maybe like the Graveler, like, you know, blew back and knocked him over like it does in the anime sometimes. I've been lost for a long time. I don't mind it here, but I'm so hungry. Should go talk to the other guy. He lives here. Because at least both exit in relatively the same direction. Now this one goes a little bit this way. No hidden items. And now we're out this side of Ruins of Alph. You can actually catch some interesting Pokemon in this patch of grass here. If you can catch like a Smeargle in here, which is a fun Pokemon. I think I also catch a Natu, which is a bad Pokemon. Psychic Nathan. There's a Girafarig. Ooh, nice crit. Having a bit of a neutral stab war here. I think I'm a bit bulkier. I like thinking here. Well, I don't. We made ourselves to the final chamber, and Repel's effect wore off. Okay, this says Ho-Oh, like the legendary Pokemon Ho-Oh. Yes, you need to bring a Ho-Oh to this location. And I want to point out, this is the same whether you're playing Heartgold or Soul Silver. So you actually have a pretty distinct advantage if you're playing Heartgold, because the reward behind that door is quite worth it and borderline overpowered. So you'll definitely be coming back to this point later. This Pokemon with feathers of 7 colors flies through the sky, according to legend. Ooh, this ain't gonna be an easy one. I can already feel it. I think I'm gonna work on the beak first. Might be easier. Okay, that's a face. This is the beak. I think he's breathing fire or something. I think we nailed it. That's a big thing. These are feet, aren't they? Yeah, that's it. And then this goes here, and then this. Rotate once, rotate twice. This goes here. Or this goes here. Yeah, that looks right. No, this isn't right. Is this right? Okay, that looks better. I think these things might be missed around. This should be down here. Yeah, that's it. Yes. Tricksy one. Now we've fallen down here for perhaps the last time. Let's go check in at the old housey house. Maybe it's you. 1500 years old. Nope. Okay, I thought you got some kind of like statement if you like opened all the doors. I don't know. I think with after doing all like the puzzles and whatnot, I should talk to the lady again. I think she's in this one. Some kind of like acknowledgement that you solved all the puzzles. I don't know. But I think all the unknown forms except for question mark and exclamation point are available now. So that's fun, but also kind of useless. Yeah, unless you can get into those back rooms, there's not a ton of reason to do this, but hey, it's here. It's a pretty neat place. Very memorable area of Pokemon. And I thought this would be a good time to do it. What's the best way out of this place? Probably this way.